Hello, students. I hope you all are fine at your home. Maybe you are enjoying your studies. Either you enjoying, not enjoying, but you must enjoy because study is not the burden. Study is just a part of your life. So every moment, whatever which is coming in your life, you have to enjoy. Either you enjoy or not enjoy. It is compulsory. You have to do. So that's why should you not enjoy? Don't take burden. Don't take tension. Don't take stress because you have to understand only concept. So focus on understanding concept on the place of ratant vidya. You can learn some questions and write in examination and it is enough. Don't do like that. So I hope you clear my message. So now today I am starting a new unit. It is unit number 6, chapter number 18, natural reasons of the world. Okay, natural reasons of the world. It is of us. In this unit only single chapter is there, only one chapter is there in this sixth unit. So first of all, let me start introduction. As the chapter name, you just understand what is the name. Natural reason of the world. Natural reason, it means what are the climatic condition, what are the natural behavior, what are the peoples are living there in the world in different regions. So what are the reasons? So in geographical manner we can bifurcate in different zones, okay, according to its latitude, because the latitude is very important. Just like this is the earth, just like it is the equator, and these two latitudes, these are the, so these different latitudes play a very important role in the bifurcating or distributing this natural region in the world. So it is very easy to understand if you use map to understand. So remember, whenever you read book or understand this concept, now I am also trying to explain you, but if you not understand, open your book and try to see or try to understand the map, which location I am talking about. If you understand the location, it is very easy. Just like, let me clear you. If the sun is here, so in the center direct sunlight is there, the light is spreading, so definitely in the center the sunlight is very high. And as we move go from equator to pole, so intensity of sunlight is decreasing. If intensity of sunlight is decreasing, obviously temperature is decreases. The maximum temperature is in the center and minimum temperature in the pole. Okay, it means in the center part, it is, I think you already studied these different zones of the earth, okay, in the last classes. Okay, now let me start. So the introduction, basically this complete natural region is bifurcated on the basis of its climatic condition. I hope you also completed, you also studied what is the climate, what is the weather. Whether it is the short term phenomena, okay, the climatic conditions, or the weather is the short term phenomena of the atmospheric condition. What is the atmospheric condition? The temperature, the rainfall, the heat, the cold, these all are the aspects, these all are the agents. And when it's compiled and form a kind of pattern, this is called the weather. If it is in short period, if 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 1 year, so it is the weather. Okay, and if it is for the long period of time, this weather is converted into long period of time. It means in particular, just like in particular in India, in particular India, in 20 years, 30 years, what kind of climate? Always hot, always cold, moderate, heavy rainfall, less rainfall, moderate rainfall, what kind of rainfall? So on the basis of it, weather, on the basis of these different weathers in particular 20 to 30 years, it is called climate. And this climate is very important for its natural reason. I hope you clear. Very simple, in simple concept you understand. Weather is short term phenomena of the atmospheric condition, and climate is the long term with the atmospheric phenomena. Okay, near about 20 to 30 years. If 20 to 30 years, the same kind of climate, so we can consider this is the kind of climate for this particular place. Now understand. Now, let me explain you the further things. On the basis of its climate, our world is bifurcated or divided into different zones. These are the different zones. From the center, equatorial region, then tropical grassland, tropical desert, tropical monsoon. These are the three tropical. okay, which is in the after the equatorial. Then Mediterranean, which is especially in the Mediterranean, is in the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, this region. Then temperate grasslands, it is in the colder regions. Then Taiga and tundra. Taiga, it's semi-colder, and tundra, which is highest colder. But this year, from the ICC board, this syllabus is reduced. Only you have to study these three regions. It is the equatorial region, tropical desert, and tropical monsoon. Okay, so you have to focus only on these three topics. Now let me start first topic, or the first part. It is the equatorial region. What is the first one? Equatorial region. Now equatorial region is what? This is the equator, and the area near to equator, 5 degree north, 5 degree south, means from 5 degree north, then 0 degree and 5 degree south. This complete area, okay, this complete area, it is called equatorial region. Okay, so I hope by this map, now let me show you the map. This is the map. You can see, by this map you can easily understand. Now you can see there is the equator is passes through it. This is the world map, and you can see from here this region is completely covered in this equatorial type of region. And what are the different regions are coming here, you can name, okay, very easily. Okay, so these all are the regions which is in equatorial type of climate. So let me start this equatorial. It is also called the tropical wet climate or tropical rainforest climate. Now, why it is called tropical wet climate or tropical rainforest? Because in the center there is a equator, and the light is directly falling on this region. And because of this high temperature, the evaporation is high, the depression is there, so that's why always rainfall. So this reason is always come in the form of rainfall, and it is also once it is also one called the 4 o'clock shower. Was for this reason. What is 4 o'clock shower? Because after every 4 o'clock or after noon, the rainfall is coming daily, so that's why it is also called afternoon. So that's why the highest rainfall is in this region, so that's why it is called the tropical wet climate or tropical rainforest climate. I hope it is clear. The next location where it is located, I already explained you in the map. If I told it is 5 degree north to 5 degree south. I already explained you. This is the equator. This 5 degree north and 5 degree south. This region, both side. Okay. And if typically type, very typical, very means exact kind of this tropical rainforest. So this is from 2 degree north and 8 degree south. Okay. Then uh, just remember, okay, not 2, it is not 2, it is n, only near to 2 degree north and near to 8 degree south. In the rain belts, it is from 10 degree to 10 degree north to 10 degree south. So it is also from this 10 degree to 10 degree. Okay, this is the equator. I hope you have to imagine the world map or the earth equator. Okay, so it is very easy to understand. So this is the location, very easy. Okay, no need to learn, you understand very easy, because 5 degree, only you have to remember 5 degree and maximum for the 10 degree. So now next one, it is the area or region. I already explained you. If you remember, all the countries located near to the equator, so it is very easy to learn, no need to learn if you remember the world map. So now what are the reasons? Amazon river basin, which is the main reason for it. Okay, it is also called the evergreen forest region or the tropical type of rainforest. Why? Because it is comes in this tropical region. Okay, because it is coming in the tropical rainforest climate. Now Congo river basin or Guinea coast, this is also in Africa. Okay, so you have to remember these two regions. Then Malaysia, Indonesia, and Philippines, which is just south, not means east south of the India. Then islands in the Southeast Asia, Western Colombia, and some islands of West Indies. So these all are the reasons. If you remember the map, it is very easy to learn, otherwise you have to learn. Next one, it is a temperature. What kind of temperature? I already explained because direct sunlight is on this region. So definitely now see, sun is overhead throughout the year. So that's why every day and so equal day and the equal night, because direct sunlight is on this region. That's why always maximum time it is having the, not maximum, always it has a equal day and equal night because in the center region. Then average month temperature is 18 degrees centigrade. Monthly temperature, okay. What is the monthly temperature? It's 18 degree. In some places average is 24 to 28 as we go away from the equator. So the temperature is different. So it's average. How much? 24 to 28, but approximately the exactly it is the 18 degree. Then warmest and coldest month difference means there is no difference. Basically we can say it is only 2 to 3% difference. You can see here only 2 to 3% difference, but this difference is very less. Why? Because most of the regions are near to coastal area, and you know the coastal regions are having the moderate type of climate, and another reason it is the center. So that's why maximum time the hottest region is there. So that's why in the cold month and hot month no difference or very less difference. It is 2 degree to 3 degree. And yearly I'm talking about, it is the monthly, okay, monthly difference. And I'm talking about the yearly, so it is only 5 degree to 8 degree Celsius, okay. Then talking about the pressure in winds, obviously if the temperature is very high, now I already explained in the earlier chapter or the last classes, just like this is the region, the earth center region, equator, okay, this is center region. So direct sunlight is there where the temperature, I think sea breeze or land breeze or sea breeze we have studied. And if you understand this land breeze or sea breeze, so you remember the concept. What is it? In the daytime the highest heat, but here the maximum sunlight is here, okay. So we also understand that it is having the maximum temperature. If the temperature is high, obviously the heat is very high, so the air which is surrounding here, it is always very hot. And if the air is hot, you know the property of air, it evaporate, it means it uh, go above the air, and the cold air is taking the place of it. So why? Because this region is having the center region maximum temperature. Because of the maximum temperature, it is having the low pressure. Why? Because no air is there. Because why no air? Because the air is heated and then it will go above. Because of that there is no zone. That's why it is also called the doldrum. Okay, what is called doldrum? Doldrum, it means there is no air zone, means there is no air. Okay, this is called the doldrum region. Now you can see here the doldrum region. Warm and low pressure, I already told you, because the temperature is very high, so air is very warm. Because of it, it will go above, and there is a low pressure, okay. And the cloud condensation and the heavy precipitation, because of that what will happen? The cloud condensation is very high and the heavy precipitation. Now you see the precipitation. What kind of precipitation? Already we have studied, because it is in the center region. The heat is high, so definitely the water is boiling, or the very heated very fast. If it is heating, so it will convert into the evaporation, and then after evaporation it will do condensation. And if they are condensed, obviously the clouds are there, and if clouds, so heavy rainfall is there. Now you can see that in the precipitation, heavy convectional rainfall after 4 o'clock. I already explained what is the 4 o'clock. After every 4 o'clock means every day there after 4 o'clock or near to 4 o'clock, the rainfall is happening. It is happen in this region. Next one, it is about 200. Most of the regions are having more than 200 centimeter rainfall. It means the highest rainfall region. We can also say that this region is the highest rainfall region. Next one, it is the characteristic features of equatorial type of climate. Now already we have studied what type of climate area there, these different things. Now we are talking about its characteristics features. Now what are these characteristic features? Do not experience any seasons. And now you feel that why there is no experience, because I already told that it is in the center region, highest heat. So most of the time there is no change in the temperature, and if there is no change, how can we feel there is a change in season? So that's why we experience no any season, okay, because most of the time the same consistent type of temperature, very little change in the temperature. Already we have studied only 2 to 3 degree or maximum 5 to 8 degree, so we cannot feel that much temperature difference, okay, because moderate type of climate is there. Average temperature is 26 degree throughout the year. Already we have studied 24 to 28. So average it is 26 degree Celsius. Extensive cloud cover and heavy rainfall. These all are the properties. Okay, remember these characteristics which we have studied. You have to take these points from that place also. So extensive cover and heavy rainfall. So this is also the property of it. Annual range of temperature. Annual it means throughout the year. What is the temperature? Means 3 degrees Celsius. Okay. And the diurnal range of temperature, it means the very daily 6 to 8 degrees. It means it is a difference. Okay. Remember, it is a range. Okay. Don't think that it is that much less temperature. It is not less. It is a difference. It means no change in temperature. Just like if temperature is 40 degree, so only 40 to 43 degrees Celsius only in this average. This temperature is there for the yearly. And if talking about the monthly, so 35 to 45. Okay. So this is the different range. It means it is in between, not lower than it, not higher than it. This is the I'm just giving example, not exactly, but it is the example of that. Okay, there is no difference in that. After 4 o'clock or afternoon, every afternoon or every after 4 o'clock, there is a heavy rainfall. It's also characteristics. Lightning and thundering also, not only the raining, the lightning and thundering is also happening. Humidity is always high. Obviously, if the daily rainfall is there, so it is also near to coastal areas, so humidity is always high. If you have visited any place near to coastal areas, the highest humidity is there. So you feel that even sometimes raining is there, and then in the daytime the sunlight is there, so you also feel the humidity. Okay. Next one, it is the natural vegetation. Natural vegetation, what kind of plants are there? Now, you just remember, if there is a high sunlight and if there is a high rainfall, obviously the growth of plant is very high. Okay, and if the growth of plant, because what they require? Plants require only two things. What two things? Sunlight and water. The third one is oxygen also, but sorry, the carbon dioxide, it is also available, no problem. So these two reasons, the water availability and the sunlight, makes the plant very highest growth. Okay, so that's why this reason is covered with a evergreen forest. Now see, let's start. Heavy growth of the natural vegetation, because the why? Heavy rainfall and temperature, I already explained. All the trees are very tall, means very, the height is very high. Okay, broad, their leaves are very broad. Okay, and then evergreen, because throughout the year they are getting all the things which they required, so that's why how they shed their leaves. So their canopy is always covered. Canopy, it means the plant, you have see the plant. Let me clear you. The forest is so dense, why? Because the forest gets all the facilities, the sunlight and water, that's why the canopy growth is 1% sunlight reached to the ground. Now this is the plant, you have seen this plant. So these plants are very near to it, these plants are very near to it, so that's why the sunlight coming from here is reaching only 1% here. So that's why this region is completely very swampy. Swampy, it means dull. Okay, very swampy and very wet. So now you can see that the canopy is very high. That's why only 1% sunlight reaches to the ground. In the coastal swamps, I already told what is the swamps, the daldal, and lower valleys, the mangrove forests are available. Mangrove forest, it means where there is always wet region is there. It is mangrove, just like in the near to in India. If you have seen very highest region of the mangrove forest, which is in the Bangladesh and India border. Okay, in the Bay of Bengal. Then expensive furniture wood. Yes, obviously if the growth of trees is very high, so very good quality of wood is there. So what are the types of trees are available? Mahogany, ebony, rosewood, and green uh, green heart. Okay, then commercial value means for the exchange of money, because these plants, just like cinchona, which is used for the medicinal plant, cinchona, maybe it is used in the malaria disease. Okay, then banana, palm leaves, coconut, palm. So these all are the commercial value trees. Basically, you know that this Amazon forest, it is in that region. The Amazon forest is also called the lungs of the world, because the highest concentration of the trees is there. Okay, so now the natural variation we have clear. Now next one I am talking about the human adaptation in the equatorial region. What kind of human in how they are living. So first of all, there are two examples are given. One example, it is in the life in the Congo basin in Zaire. It is near to Zaire river in Africa. Okay, so what kind of peoples? Basically here living are the pygmies. It is kind of a tribal people. We can see the Jingalala na, Jingalala who. So this kind of peoples are living. It means their condition is very, we can say, because they are the basically the Mowgli. You have heard or you have studied in or you have seen some that cartoons, the Mowgli, the jungle boy. Okay, same like that, because they are living also same, because they are very near to the nature, so their activities also like that. So they are the, basically we can say they are the nomadics. Okay, nomadics, it means Adivasi. So the call ends pygmies. What their structure, body structure is very short. The height is very short. Very tiny people are there. Only 40 kilo weight is there. They are nomadics. I already told nomadics. They are the means Adivasis. The migratory life, because they are not making any colonies. They are not making any cities, the mohalla like that, because their family is very short, 10 to 15 families and living together. Then depend on what they are depend. Basically if they are living in jungle, definitely they are hunting, fishing, gathering fruits and roots. Then how they are hunting, they are very good hunters. Remember, they are very good hunters, and that's why they are using bows, arrows, spears, and their hunting tools. I think if you have seen the that in Discovery there is a very popular show. What is the name? The when men versus wild. In the men versus wild, sometimes I think you have seen that show. They are living how they are living, because their way of living is very different. They are always in the earlier time they are not wearing any kind of cloth. Why? Because the hot season is very high and they don't know what is the reason, because they are the nomadics na. So that's why, but still they are wearing the leaves, the bark or the animal skin for their cloth. Okay, so you have you have understand very easily by this men versus wild. If you have seen that show, then very strong. Now remember, what is the quality of it? Strong, intelligent, fearless, and cunning. Why? Because they are living very near to the nature. And if you are if you are connected too much with the nature, your body is very strong, where you are very intelligent. But what do you think? We are more intelligent. Yes, you think that. But if you are living or if you connected with nature, all the things are very strong. I think they can drink no mineral water. They are not eating any cooked food. Still, they are very strong. They are not having any diseases. Okay, why? Because they are very near to the nature. So these all are the specialties of these pygmies. It is very easy if you remember. But if you have seen that show, Men versus Wild, so it is very easy to understand. Always connect your knowledge with a pre-knowledge or the some movies or like that. So it is very easy to understand or remember. Okay. So now come on the next point. It is the life in the Malaysia. It is different. Malaysia, Malaysia. It's a good place. Now you must have heard about the Malaysia is very developed country or like that. Why? Because in the earlier time, Britishers came here and Britishers did one good work. They bring the skilled labor from the Indian. The India peoples are taken by the India, and they cut all the plantations and they start rubber plantation, because most of the industries required rubber. There's like if still you are using the rubber band rubber, even in industries different toys are there, tires are there, different. So rubber is extensively used, and here there is a main occupation. It is the rubber plantation, which is done by the British. So this rubber plantation make very utilized work for the these Malaysian peoples. So that's why what they are doing, they are exporting in all over the world. They are exporting all over the world these rubber, and they are getting money. And but they are not having that much land, so that's why what they are doing, they are importing all the things from different different what, food, clothing, even other necessary things. But their economic condition is very good because they are deal in the cash crop. I think you studied in last year cash crop, food crop. Okay, so they are dealing in the cash crop, so they are getting cash money. If they are having money, they can do anything. Okay, now move forward. Followed modern management techniques. Why? Because they are not very traditional, they are using modern management techniques. So I hope you clear this lecture. It's very simple lecture. If once more time, if you read the book, it's I think all the things are clear. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Next time we will come with a next video with this same chapter. Thank you, have a nice day. Take care of you, take care of your parents, obey your parents, obey your elders. Thank you so much. Next time we will meet.